Got my new passport. Let's see. Show me an F for female. Show me an F for female. F for female!
Should it be possible for people to change their sex legally? If yes, what should the criteria be? Who should get a legal sex change? And if no, what should the trans people who pass so well as the opposite sex do in legal situations? Today I'm gonna react to the stunning and brave trans activist Dylan Mulvaney, who just got a legal sex change.
Ooh, the haters are really gonna hate this one. Get ready with me to officially change my passport from male to female. You might be wondering why I waited so long to get the new passport. In order to do a gender change, you have to send the passport in for a matter of weeks or months, and I travel so much for work that I couldn't be without a passport.
We get it. The money is more important. Wait, maybe I'm not joking. If he actually had gender dysphoria, he had the opportunity to alleviate it months ago, but he chose the career instead. Apparently, traveling for work is more important than to alleviate the discomfort. So my question is, does he even have the discomfort?
So I've just been using the one with the wrong gender, but more recently it's just gotten tricky because, honey, I look like this and they don't always think that I'm the same person that's in my passport.
Who's they? Even though you got a bit more breast tissue and facial surgery, I don't think that the employees at airports question your gender that much because you still have a deep voice and a male energy.
Old passport became a bigger issue once I got FFS surgery because my face shape changed. And I also have blonde hair, and so it's kind of a double whammy. They just are like, who are you? And what'd you do with the old Dylan? Thought I would have the most issues in other countries when traveling with it, but it was actually here in America that I had the biggest hiccup. And that happened in the Miami airport, and the TSA agent could not get past this old passport. And I brought up like my Instagram, and I was like trying everything in my power to like prove to him that that was me at some point.
Sure, that happened.
Thank you. Photo taken. Girl, this is what I have been working with. Hello?
I don't see any huge changes, to be honest. And if you do, just remember that he's probably using a filter when filming. He's most likely using a filter, some glam lights, and makeup. So don't let those things fool you.
Got my new passport. Let's see. Show me an F for female. Show me an F for female. F for female! Woohoo! And I look pretty good. This is the biggest weight lifted off my shoulders. I would like to thank the US government for allowing me to do this. And to all those people that call me a man, well, you can take that up with the Department of Social Security because my passport says otherwise.
Dear Dylan, I will still call you a man because that is what you are and will always be. I'm not only talking about how no one can change their biological sex, I'm also talking about you being a fraud. You're not a woman, but you're most importantly not a trans woman either. This is your job, this is your hustle. Dylan, you've been desperate for attention for years. It never really worked until you made fun of women and claimed to be one yourself. Faking being a trans woman has made you into a millionaire, and most people don't buy it. They don't buy it at all. So congratulations on legally being a female, but we will still call you a he, him, and a man. Just so you know. As it is right now, it's unfortunately way too easy to get a legal sex change. Years ago, I had a neighbor who's a woman and has a child. Today, she identifies as non-binary, and she got a legal sex change. She's legally a man, even though she identifies as something in between genders. She's just a woman, she looks and sounds like a woman, and before you think, is that a big deal? Her kid, her son, apparently identifies as a trans girl. When I found out, he was 8 years old. 8 years old. His mom identifies as non-binary but is a legal male, and the mom's boyfriend at the time, his ex-stepdad I guess, identifies as non-binary too. It's of course disturbing, and I don't think that it's fair that she got the opportunity to change her legal sex even though she's not trans. She's not trans, she's not gender dysphoric, she's a biological woman looking like such. So I think it's disrespectful not only to transsexuals like myself, but to the system. She's messing with the system. I don't think that it should be allowed for fake trans people or trolls. well, same thing, to mess with the system like this and get a legal sex change. I think it should only be allowed for real transsexual people who are diagnosed with gender dysphoria, who actually make the effort to look like the opposite sex. Because let's just imagine that I didn't get a legal sex change. First of all, you cannot, in Denmark where I'm from, change your legal name to the opposite sex. You have to change your legal sex first. So you can't be a legal female with the name Marcus. I look and sound like this. Imagine this going to the airport, wanting to travel with a passport that says a female name and a huge F. The employees would be super confused and may think that I don't have the right passport on me. In other words, it looks quite suspicious. The employees do not have the time to listen to my life story. Let's say someone working for the government, working for the system, whatever, is calling me. They expect a female, a woman, same thing. They expect this female name to answer. And I'm like, hi, it's Marcus. They would be confused. But back to real life, I'm legally a male, and I know that sounds weird because I constantly clarify on my channel that I will never be a real man. I'm not one, and I'll always be a biological woman. The reason why I got a legal sex change is because it makes sense. Mostly it makes sense with the name thing. But as I said, I cannot change my name without changing my legal sex, so I'm like, okay, that's what I'm gonna do. The only huge problem there is when it comes to going to the doctor. Due to my hysterectomy, getting my ovaries and uterus removed, and due to me being a woman on testosterone, I do get bladder infections more often than others. And when going to the doctors, they're like, this is serious. You've had, let's say, 2 bladder infections within a year. We need to get that checked out because men are not supposed to get reoccurring bladder infections. And I'm like, I'm a biological woman. The fact that doctors won't automatically know that I'm a biological woman can be a serious thing if I'm, God forbid, in a situation where I'm not able to tell them myself. If I'm not conscious, let's say. If I'm extremely sick, I need to be treated as a biological woman most of the time. So what do I think the solution should be? I don't know. There would be problems if transsexuals, the real ones, who pass, don't get the opportunity to change their legal sex and name, but there are also problems with them being legally treated as the opposite sex and not as trans people. I think it's okay for real transsexuals to change their sex and name on their passports because it would create even more confusion if they're not allowed to. But I do wish we could do something about my medical papers, if it's possible to write at the top, this is a trans man. Maybe it's just me, but is that really hard to do? Shouldn't that be quite easy? And most importantly, I think that you should be diagnosed with gender dysphoria before getting a legal sex change. I don't want all these fake trans people, including Dylan Mulvaney, to ruin this for real trans people because in the end, if anyone can get a legal sex change, it means nothing anymore. And that will, of course, negatively affect real trans people who are very dysphoric about their legal papers. Thank you all for watching this video. If you want to see more content like this, remember to hit subscribe and the notification bell. If you want to support me and my work, my PayPal is in the description down below. You can also support me through locals.com or by becoming a member of this channel. I love you all and I hope to see you in my next video. Peace out.